Good afternoon, y'all. David Atkins with another video. Today I'm gonna be talking about scalar waves, direct energy attacks, cell phone towers. I mean, if you're feeling sick in your home, neuropathy, sick, exhausted, tired, you can't explain it because you're taking vitamins, you're exercising, you might be getting hit by these weapons. Now, I guess the only way somebody recommended the other day, and she uses a real good device. It's called a GQ detector. It's called a GQ detector. If you Google it, you got $300 ones, you got $150 ones. I can't afford one. I got to use one on a good app on my phone. I forgot what it's called. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, I'm going to get into this information, and it's good information. It just jumps from stuff to stuff. It's an article I found. It's really good information and will leave a lot of people like, wow, maybe this is happening to me. Chances are it is. Okay, look, blessed, I'm coming from Matthew 5:11 because I thought, I was reading that. I'm like, man, that fits for target individuals. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you falsely, and say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. And I like, man, the apostles, Jesus' apostles didn't have it so good, and that's one of my favorite things. If you're feeling down or something, I used to listen to that every morning on YouTube. The Beatitudes, Matthew 5, I think it goes through to 6. But anyway, yeah, the apostles didn't have it easy, and they were Jesus' favorites or friends. Peter got hung upside down on the cross, John got beheaded, and I could go on. Anyway, I'm gonna start this. Let's see where I want to start. See, it said, hiding in plain sight, an awesome electromagnetic system silently torturing parents, subjugating, harming thousands of citizens every day. Homeland Security Minister fusion centers, agencies command chief among them. Use a nationwide scalar, electromagnetic radiation, direct energy neural weapon system to silently torture, impair, subjugate, or slow or fast kill extra legally targeted Americans and their families. American genocide hiding in plain sight. Victims' own cell phones may use to be targeted. Devised electromagnetic ghettos is basically what we're in. Let's see. Each day, a nationwide scalar electromagnetic radiation multifunctional radio frequency direct energy weapon attack system employing phased array cell tower antenna transmitter receivers and GPS satellites under the administration of the U.S. Cyber Command military contractor Lockheed Martin is used to silently and visibly torture, impair, subjugate, and degrade the physical, neurological health of untold of thousands of American citizens. And for my foreigners who are watching, it's going on there too. This is just an article somebody was writing about America. So, I can't necessarily say who it is that's doing it. But, there's definitely some deep stuff involved because I know y'all in the countries, other countries, I get messages from y'all every other day. I'm talking to one of y'all. Australia, shout out to Australia, UK, China, Philippines, and I could keep going. If I left y'all out, I'm sorry. Because, this is real. Anyway, I'm going to keep on. Degrade the physical and health neurological health. Most of these targeted individuals have no idea what is making them sick, tired, exhausted, irritable, confused, lethargic, plagued with painful, debilitating head and body aches, sharp, piercing, painful ringing tones audible only to the target, temporary or permanent cognitive impairment, induction of stroke, heart attack, aneurysm, or diseases such as cancer, leaving them unable to function normally and lead a happy life. The weapon system also is capable of lethal attack, both slow kill and fast kill. The victims of government engineered stealth genocide are robbed of the most basic of human rights: free will, freedom from external manipulation of their physiological and neurological functions. The weapon system is capable of delivering speed of light, scalar, longitudinal, electromagnetic wave attacks, as well as other types of radio frequency energy sucking microwaves that are precision tuned to the specific brainwave frequencies of each target. Virtually all the victims previously had visited a doctor or neurologist seeking treatment for pounding headache, unexplained fatigue, sleep problems, or disturbing symptoms such as cognitive impairment. which is what I experienced. But, man, I'm getting hit right now. But, man, mind over matter, man. That's easier said than done. I'm not getting hit as hard as I usually am. But, I found, I can walk on my left heel, but if I step flat-footed on my left heel, I'll cripple from something that happened at the airport. I was in the hospital 45 days last year, but that's beside the point. But, I can still do push-ups and exercise, my arms, aerobics, calisthenics, and I try to do that when it's going on, because it helps me keep my mind off of it. How radio frequency weapon torture is able to mount radio frequency attacks fine-tuned to each unique individual for no-touch torture, impairment, even slow kill or fast kill homicide. The scalar waves produced by the radio frequencies direct energy weapon, RFDE, are capable of carrying multiple sub-carrier radio frequencies that affect human physiology and variable power levels or amplitude. In effect, the RFDE radio frequency directed energy weapon is what that stands for, by the way. Arms security forces with a God machine that can manipulate, disrupt, or destroy the biological process that governs the function of human beings. Science describes this effect as neuromodulation of the human nervous system. The remote manipulation of physiological and neurological processes include alteration of consciousness and mood states. Electromagnetic weapon attack precision tuned to brain frequencies of unique individuals can put unknowing victims in an induced state of forced fatigue, involuntary yawning, deep sleep, or conversely forced wakefulness within a matter of minutes, according to victim accounts and supported published literature. Pulsed electromagnetic wave manipulation of the brain control physiological functioning has been demonstrated in the Arizona State University Laboratory of Neuroscientists. Dr. William J. Tyler, whose work has been funded by the U.S. Army Research Laboratory, according to the published articles. Tyler describes the process as radio frequency neuromodulations. In his writing, Dr. Tyler discusses the use of phased array electromagnetic antennae to precision target the desired radio frequency neuromodulation effects on human physiology. A recent Popular Science article cites a quotation from Tyler published on the Department of Defense Armed with Science blog. He said, "My laboratory has engineered a novel technology which implements transcranial pulsed ultrasound to remotely and directly stimulate brain circuits without requiring surgery." Then he also said, the brain serves all the function of your body, and if you know the neural anatomy, then you can start to regulate each one of those functions. The cell-tie radio frequency weapon system is also capable of broadcasting disturbing torture sounds, even voices, directly into the head of target individuals, using triangulated electromagnetic waves that make a direct connection to the region of the brain that controls hearing, bypassing the auditory organs to generate sounds that are perceptible only to the target. This technology, sometimes deceptively referred to as voice-to-skull or microwave hearing, raises the specter of what's commonly known as Orwellian mind control. People who don't know who George Orwellian is, or George Orwell, he wrote 1984. Good book. Persons who report hearing voices in their head may not be delusional or mentally ill. They could be entrained subjects under a heinous form of high-tech social control that facilitates the remote manipulation of human behavior. This weapon system conceivably could be used by rogue elements to spawn Manchurian candidate-style patsies, persons unknowingly programmed to commit politically motivated assassinations and other acts of chaos. Because the radio frequency attack system can be precision targeted to triangulate its multiple beams on unique individuals, this silent torture impairment technology is being used by federal and local law enforcement to impose a regime of extra-legal electromagnetic incarceration and electromagnetic ghetto imposed upon citizens without benefit of due process. Now, I can't say local law enforcement because, I just don't want to say that because, there's good people out there that are not aware of this. And I'm sure, because, if I'm a local law enforcement and I'm being told something on this, if I look up somebody's name on a computer and I see all this bad stuff about them, but I believe it, I don't know where I stand on that, because I can't say all local law enforcement on that because I don't really think that. I think maybe a couple of them. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I could be wrong. According to victim accounts, innocent but targeted persons may be subjected to heightened levels of silent torture or impairment if they dare to venture beyond their immediate neighborhoods to go beyond the pale. Operators of the electromagnetic wave weapon obtain the necessary target and location coordinates from hidden GPS devices. the victim's cell phone or infrared laser targeting devices trained upon the victim by stalkers who may be affiliated with Town Watch or community policing groups. And what they're saying there is there's no geographical cure. I've been to Denver, I've been to Pensacola, North Carolina. Boom, everywhere you go, it follows. There's no geographical cure. And matter of fact, in 2018, I was in Alabama to Florida, Florida to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to Texas, Texas to Mississippi, Mississippi to New Orleans. So all in a matter of like 3 or 4 months, just trying to escape this, because I was like, wow, there's got to be a way to get rid of this. It follows you everywhere. So anyway, it says government documents describe such weapon capable of targeting and delivering a wide array of electromagnetic weapons with extreme precision as non-lethal, less than lethal. In fact, experts familiar with radiation weaponry say these systems can be used to torture, inflict bodily injury, cause illness from cataracts to cancer, induce fatigue, weakness, excruciating pain, or loss of consciousness, or to kill, slow kill, fast kill, depending on the amplitude, signal strength of the attack. And let me see if I got any more, because like I said, this might help. The multifunctional radio frequency direct energy weapon system generates precision triangulated directed burst of pulse energy using the combined power of multiplex phase array antenna installations that are configured in a delta T form factor, a metallic triangular base upon which are mounted multiple vertical transmission stanchions. These multiple masked antenna arrays generate various forms of electromagnetic energy, including scalar electromagnetic waves. Scalar waves are out-of-phase radio waves that have the unique ability at the precise point of intersection to extract from a near zero point temperature vacuum state electromagnetic energy of variable amplitude and maximum amplitude. The energy produced by the scalar wave frequency weapon attack produces what physicists term molecular dissociation, destruction of physical matter that literally vaporizes, or in words of physical engineer, dustifies the target. Dr. Wood believes the scalar wave dustification resulting from radio frequency weapon attack explains what really caused the destruction of the World Trade Center Twin Towers in New York City on September 11, 2001. Now, I think it was C4, but who knows? Radio frequency weapon technology has its roots in pioneer work of scientist Nikola Tesla, whose Tesla coil invention first demonstrated awesome energy producing properties of scalar waves. Some scientists believe a scalar wave technology, if exploited for peaceful purposes, could provide a cheap, efficient solution to the world's energy demands. But the companies that hold the patents appear to be withholding technology exclusively for military and national security applications. The God machine can even do more than allow security to stay operated and lord over the world's population. The Raytheon patent states this weapon can be used to alter atmospheric conditions. In other words, the scalar ray direct energy weapon system can manipulate the weather, harnessing the world's climate, turning the weather into a potential military superweapon. The old adage, you cannot change the weather, is no longer true. Scalar wave frequency weapon system also appears to be capable of telekinesis, the movement of distant objects via unseen electromagnetic force spawned by intersection of triangulated electromagnetic waves. The scientific principle behind the force beam is present in some existing technologies, such as the propulsion system that drives so-called magnetic levitation or maglev trains now in service in Japan, South Korea, and China. The covert installation of radio frequency direct energy weapons attended everywhere across America, and I'm going to say other countries, explains the profusion of cell phone towers and why so many towers are clustered so together, from urban neighborhoods to expansive rural plains and farmlands. The cover story, that these are just cell phone towers, amounts nothing less than a lie. Yes, the system is inextricably, ominously linked to consumer cellular communications. It appears a target's own cell phone may serve as a covert targeting device for this attack system. Those who are marked for electromagnetic attack could be paying for telecommunications service that enables their silent torture, impairment, and potential injury. This cell phone tower attack has been deployed under the covert of national security, apparently as a means to instantly and covertly disable electronic devices that could be used as weapons by terrorists or hostile forces. But the capability of scalar electromagnetic weapon grid far beyond mere application of destructive force. It also appears that the weapon can literally hijack, a cyber-era derivative term of hijack, any microchip controlled electronic device. The weapon is capable of overriding user commands based on empirical evidence. Apparently, it's capable of reprogramming microchips on the fly. because the weapon generates electromagnetic force fields that can also be used to manipulate or degrade the operations of non-computerized motor devices, from electric motors to gasoline or diesel or jet engines. The cell phone RF weapon grid incorporates targeting capabilities and apparently utilizes synthetic aperture radar systems capable of precision targeting, as well as wireless video and audio through the wall surveillance. No traditional cameras or microphones needed. The technology requires a continuous radar stream of electromagnetic energy, meaning that the entire population of the United States and the whole world is being bathed in the radio frequency emissions every minute of every hour of every day. Because the system has been built out only in recent years, no entity has studied the long-term effects that it has on having a stealth cell tower weapon system clustered in populated areas. Scientists long have known that even non-ionizing electromagnetic radiation has a detrimental effect on human health, although the full extension of the danger remains a subject of debate. Silence assaults directed at the target individual can cause induced dementia, symptoms that mimic Alzheimer's disease, and other cognitive dysfunction. Cognitive impairment apparently can be arrested if and when the attacks cease, or if the amplitude of the electromagnetic radio frequency is turned down by its clandestine government operatives. Prolonged exposure to these electromagnetic attacks can and does degrade human health, and as mentioned, can induce both injury and disease to premature death. The idea is to make the target look mentally ill or emotionally unstable, so the person can be shut in a mental hospital or otherwise marginalized and removed from society, says one alleged victim, who says the silent attack rendered him weak, disoriented, and fatigued, and he was unable to work for a period of 4 years. So anyway, there you got it, folks. I'm going to close out this video. God bless. I'll be doing a video tomorrow. I might get back into Robert Duncan's book, or I might go to John Hall's book. I don't know. I might even go to AI again. I don't know. Whatever I'm get urged to do or feel the need to inform y'all about. But anyway, God bless y'all. I hope y'all are having a good day.